If you've been following along, you know we're off to see all the national parks in the lower 48 states. We've just left Bryce Canyon and we're on our way through Utah and Colorado to continue the journey. Come along with us as we celebrate a big day.
I can't get up alone, too heavy on my own. The world is moving on, I'm still standing here, searching for steady ground, a place to settle down. No reasons left to find. One day I'll change your mind, and it won't come easy, but I know it's worth the fight. And I will run across the rivers, anywhere with you. I won't give up, I'll take my chances, and I will follow you through the night. I'll follow you. I make the same mistakes.
Hello.
Hey, welcome to Mesa, Verde. Can you just read me the barcode number off the back of your pass there?
I could if I put my reading glasses on.
Or we can let your daughter do it for you.
And it won't come easy, but I know it's worth the fight. And I know you can see it too. So keep me hanging on, and I will run across the rivers, anywhere with you. I won't give up, I'll take my chances, and I will follow you through the night. I'll follow you.
So we know that we gave you 3 minutes of 6 parks.
Six parks in 3 minutes. That's a lot. But
Today is a special day.
yeah.
Tell them what today is.
Today is Gingy's birthday.
It is our little doggie's birthday. She's 13 years old.
Well, but it's also another special day. We have been on the road now of 100 days.
Yes, 100 days. 10,600 miles.
Let's see, 18 states.
Wow.
14 national parks.
And how many state parks?
About 10 state parks.
And it has been just a dream vacation so far.
It has been fabulous.
Right now we are sitting on the banks of the Arkansas River. And where I come from in Arkansas, I grew up in Arkansas, the river is much wider.
Yeah, we're up in Colorado.
Yes.
And it's been gorgeous. We see people fly fishing, and it's just
it's beautiful here.
It's gorgeous here.
So we thought we would answer some of your questions that we've been given.
Okay.
What the number one question that we get is, do we feel safe on this trip with the pandemic? What would you say?
I would say absolutely. In fact, I feel safer in our RV than I do at home. And our home is a safe place, but here we have complete control over who we interact with, where we use the bathroom, where we eat, and we've been following all the rules.
Yeah. So when we stop to get gas, we use gloves, we use masks. If we have to go into a place, we always have a mask on. And I would say that most people now that are traveling or living in these towns are using masks. We really hardly ever see people without masks.
Yeah, now early on in the trip, I would say in May, you did not see a lot of adherence to the mask, but now
But we did see adherence to social distancing.
Social distancing, but no masks. Now it's social distancing, it's masks, and we feel even safer now than we did back in the May timeframe.
And when we stop to, as we're traveling, we use our Airstream to go to the bathroom. If we have to go in somewhere, we're just very careful. So I don't feel unsafe.
Yeah.
I feel like we're just as safe as if we were at home. And we have to go to the grocery store once a week.
We venture out to the crazy world of Walmart like once a week with our masks. If we can find one, masks and gloves, and go in and get our groceries for the week. So
yeah, and speaking of groceries, we do try to eat pretty well. That's another question we get.
Yeah,
but we don't
eat as well as we should. Probably not as well as when we're at home.
Yeah, probably not as well as when we're at home, but we do cook, so that's been a question that we get.
Yeah, that's a common one. So safety. What are people like in RV parks? We get that one a lot.
We get that a lot. Now, we heard when we started on this trip that people in RV parks are very nice, and we have found that is very true.
Yeah. It's truly been incredible. People are so helpful. They have helped us park. They've given us food,
directions, helpful information. Yeah. It's just been awesome.
Yes, RV people are definitely very nice.
Yes,
and there's a lot of them now. I mean, RVs are extremely popular now, and almost every park we're in is full now.
Yeah. And you just have to make reservations ahead of time, a few weeks ahead, and we haven't had any trouble. So what's another question we get?
Well, what's our Airstream like?
Yeah, we want to give you a tour. We want to show you some of those pictures. We have a queen-size bed, so our bed is not too small. And I switched the closet out from a full-length closet to a pantry. And when we started on this trip, because we didn't know what grocery stores would be like on the trip, we just dumped out everything in our pantry. And we brought it with us. We have two storage spaces under the bed where we can store dry foods, and those carry pasta and flour and things like that.
But we're not starving.
We're not starving.
The food's been good.
Another common question we get is, have we had any mishaps?
Oh, we've had mishaps.
Yeah. You saw the one in the Black Hills where we parked under a tree to get away from a hailstorm.
Well, it wasn't just a hailstorm, it was a golf ball sized hail.
Yeah, and then we got ourselves into a parking pickle in the Badlands.
Yeah, we didn't do so well there. I'm not the greatest backer of the trailer of all times, I must admit.
I was not good at directions, but that's a long time ago. We're past that.
Yes, and then back early on we had one in near Savannah, Georgia.
Yes.
And that's where we had a blowout. We did not do the proper inspection on our tires when we bought the Airstream, and we were going about 65 miles an hour, and kaboom, we had a blowout. Fortunately, the coffee pot was the only major casualty.
Yes, the trailer did pretty well. We didn't have too much damage at all.
And we met a really nice guy in a small town there in Georgia who was able to change all 5 of our tires, and we only missed about 6 hours on the road, so it wasn't too bad.
For $600, we should have done that one before we started
We
off.
should have. And then here recently we had kind of a messy situation. I'll let Bev tell you about that one.
Well, a door broke on the cabinet in the kitchen, and I lost olive oil, 18-year aged balsamic vinegar, some white wine. If we'd had tomatoes, it would have been a caprese salad.
Yes.
It was so messy, sticky, messy, awful. I had to mop it up at a gas station. It was not necessarily fun.
No, it was not.
But our trailer did smell pretty awesome.
So those are the main mishaps that we've had. So it's not been all smooth sailing, but if that's the worst of it, that's not too bad.
Yeah. But all in all, we've had a fabulous trip.
We really have. We would do it again. In fact, we're about halfway done this year, and we plan on doing this whole thing again next year. So obviously, we're having fun and we like it.
Yeah, and we're going to see all the national parks before we start. Hopefully, have a vaccine and we can start off traveling the world.
I know.
So it's going to be fun. If you have a question for us, leave it in the comments. If you would like to make a suggestion to us, leave it in the comments.
Yes, we really appreciate all the wonderful comments from our subscribers out there. And so if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing to our channel and follow along on our adventure for the second half of this year.
Yeah. Until then, we'll see you in the next place. Wish I looked that good in a red bathing suit.
You do. You just don't have a red bathing suit.
That's not true. That is not true, John Martin.
It is true. Don't stop here. Join us on our next adventure by clicking the subscribe button below. Ring the bell to get notified of the next video and leave us some comments. We love reading them.